Well, hello, modelers. This is Alan, and we're back to show you guys some continuing of my new engines that I just purchased. We purchased this pretty thing, 8286, which is a SD40T tunnel motor. Slide over here. And we got this little guy here. I'm hoping that, let's do this here where the camera can put a little bit more, get a little bit more light and show you guys a little bit more better view. It looked like it was kind of in the dark there. This is my new other tunnel motor, number 8552. And it's got, like my Kodachrome, it has Los Angeles printed underneath the where the lettering's at. And you can see some of the printed detail there. This don't have the snoot nose, but that engine I'm going to get here pretty soon. You can see the number boards there. And the safety light. That safety light on the very top, it don't work. I wished it did. And I wish the marker lights would work, but I guess it's pretty difficult to try to get all that stuff on a very small motor or a very small engine. Very small engine. It's early this morning. I apologize. To get it to where it all works. But they did, they were able to get where you have the gyro lighting, and that is pretty sharp. So let's get to showing you this stuff. First all, we got 8286. I'll power up. As you start up the engine, the light boards come on. I'm going to put her on the turntable and give her a spin. Okay, let's see. Go back up here. Watch the... Oops, we'll try to watch the engine and the... I think it made it switch. For my NCE AR10 did its switch there. Okay. Now if I was to flip that switch from where it's at to the center, that would shut the engine off. As you can see, it says off. So let's turn this turntable. That way you can see the front of the engine. Now, why the number boards don't look bad at all, and I don't know why. Let's see if I can zoom in, but it just looks washed out on the camera. But the number boards look really good. I don't see too much light bleed, just a little tiny bit there on the top, but it ain't too bad. But I'm going to see where I can turn them light boards off. Let's see. F14. We'll turn the light boards off. Alright, light boards are off. Now you can see the number board's really good. And let me go where the CVs are to make sure that I'm doing this right. Give me just a second. I'm trying to find what page that I was on. Usually it's more to the last of the book here. Okay, so I can show you the gyro lights are F7. Let's see. Let's go in forward. Okay, there's your headlights, your main headlights. And F7, which is right there. F7 is the gyro light. And it shows up pretty well. Matter of fact, I'll turn these lights down here and that'll show up a little bit better. That's not light bleed from the gyro light. That's just a little bit shadowing from the from my other lights there. Okay, now let's turn the engine and so you guys can see the back. I'll show you guys the side of the engine, the conductor side. That's the conductor side of the engine. You can see all the detail, and then on the windows and where it says Los Angeles and where the brake wheel's at. And then you can see the lights there in the back. And you can see through the where the screening is, you can see through it, and you'll be able to see through that a little bit better once there's some light, you know, one of my lights are shining through there. We'll turn her back around and to where you can see the back side of the engine. Give that a second, and now she should be indexed. Okay, we'll hit reverse. I'm going to turn the main lights off, that way you can see the gyro light a little bit better. Turn the main light back on, turn the gyro lights off. And that's the back side of the engine, the detail. And like I say, if I didn't mention, I'm pretty sure I did in the first video when I was programming it. These do have microtrains couplers. Microtrains couplers, not they do not have the ones that scale trains normally put on here. These are micro trains. And I think it was because of the coupler box. The coupler box fit this engine style a little better. So that's why they went with that. Okay, go back out. Not really a fan of that horn, but it's okay, but I'm not really a fan of it. I do like the horn on the 8552 or 8552. I like the horn on it. Apologize if I didn't have the camera up there. Sometimes I let it drop down. Alright, let's shut the bell off. And we'll turn the brake wheel. Let's see where the brake wheel's at. Where's my brake wheel? I don't think this has got the brake wheel on it. Well, it's got the brake wheel on it, but it don't have the sound, I don't believe. You do have like the engine hood or cab door, which would be F22. Here it open and close. I was thinking it had the yeah, I was thinking that had that, but I guess it don't. Okay, I'll put it in forward here. Now I can shut the headlight off, and you can see just the gyro light going. And I'm going to shut that off. And we'll shut down the engine. And then we'll start up 8552. And we'll put it on the turntable. And then we'll hook it up to some cars and see how she pulls. Okay, let's go for 8552. Let me see what engine I'm wanting to replace with that one. I think I'll do 8286, I think that's the one that I'll do. Okay, it should. Like that horn a lot better. Really like that one. A little bit more mellow. Got a good sounding bell. Sounds good, that air bell. There's the horn. Let's start her up. Now there we go. I don't know if you've seen that or not. If I didn't have that in there, let me shut her down and do it again. When the engine started up or whatever, and at the light dim, and like on the real one, I apologize if I didn't have that on there. I'll show that again. I want to make sure you can see the lights dim. Okay. Let's kick that gyro light on. Our tracks are set up to go across the double crossover. The engine looks like it's handling the double crossover okay. Just had a little bobble there. The wheels probably need to be cleaned on the locomotive. It's not a it's just the wheels are dirty probably. And it's still trying to earn its wings, rolling down, being new out of the box. So it probably needs some wheels cleaned. You can see the lights rolling there. We'll see how it does and see how it does on the turntable. Like I say, you don't, you kind of learn as you go, and that's the fun of it. And sometimes these engines, they will tell you, because they're sensitive, they will tell you that when they're not liking how things are, they'll let you know about it. And it probably just again needs those wheels cleaned a little bit, because I keep my tracks clean, and they might be a little dirty, might be a little dusty or whatever, because I haven't been in here sweeping them off in about a week or so that might be a little dusty there. Let's see how she does going across that turntable. Okay. Now we'll turn it here. Well, you guys can see the back end of get a real good look at the back here. Turn off the main light here. That way you can see the gyro lights. Turn off the gyro lights to see the main. And go ahead and turn it around. You can see the also the marker lights there are that's on the back. Like I say, I wish they would light up, but see the engine here on the side real good here, where it says Los Angeles. And you can see the GM builder plate on there. And all that good stuff there. And I'll turn it around here. So keep going around. Out. Let's keep going the other way. Now we got her to where you can see you can kind of see the light boards. Now this thing will focus. That's the deal, getting the camera to focus. Sometimes it wants to do it, but then it struggles. And but we'll turn the little light boards off. Let's see, light boards again are F14. Let's make sure that that's... There we go. Now you can see them real well. And the gyro light going. So let's get her off this turntable. And see how she does on the main. Pulling those cars. You can see through the grill there, you can see some light through that grill. Okay. To see the engine as she's moving along the yard here. I'll try to do that. I have to kind of move with the going through the second double crossover. to number 6. Okay. Well, let's see how she does hooking into the consist here. And we got our Southern Pacific 1945 that's going to ride behind the engine. I've seen many a times when I was a youngster or in my high school years, so I'll say youngster, riding with my dad from where I live here in Hutch out to Liberal, Kansas, to my aunt's, on the back of his motorcycle, and seeing all kinds of different setups and lash-ups that the SP done. Sometimes you might see that right there with the caboose right behind the locomotive. Sometimes you might see 2 cabooses behind the locomotive. Or no caboose behind the locomotive, and you'd have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 locomotives up front, 2 DPUs in the center with more cars behind the DPUs, and a caboose on the tail end with an engine behind the caboose, or an engine at the end of the consist with the caboose behind it. So now we're in reverse. Now we're in forward. Let's see how this engine performs. Pulling this consist. Got a wood chip car, Pacific Fruit car, Canadian National on a rack with the rock. And then we got Southern Pacific, another Rock Island on a rack. And then we got the Southern Pacific PD caboose and the white SP PD caboose 47. Oh wait, I believe. No, 4709? Yeah. 4709. Pulling up the rear. Okay, 16. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars. And we're going through the super elevated curves. And there it is. Not sure how much weight there is, but engine might be having a little bit of wheel spin, because I've heard these engines are a little lighter because of that see-through grill, and it might be causing a little wheel slip. So Skeltrain's engines run pretty good together, so it might be a good idea if you're pulling any kind of length of train to have more than one engine pulling with it. I'm going to bring it around. I know this video is probably a little lengthy, but I'm going to check and see if we got some wheel spin. From the engine here. Let's bring it to a stop here and we'll just have a look and see. I'm going to pause here just a second. Well, when I done this some checking, I don't have my battery is a little low on my phone to where I can turn the light on and show you guys. But when I done a backup test, I didn't see too much slip, maybe just a tiny bit. But I would say if you're running this engine single, you would probably not want to put a bunch of cars behind it. If you're running like 2 or 3 or 4 engines, then you'd probably be alright to to go ahead and do that. We're going to see how this engine does running consist, and we might do a video on that. But for now, let's move forward. Turn off the gyro. Turn off the headlight. And let's power the engine off and let you guys hear it sound with it off. Again. And so there she is. Well, we'll get these 2 videos up. This video was a little long. It might take a while to load up, so we'll just have to see. And we'll see how these engines do consisted up. But I think it should do pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. We surely appreciate it. Oh, before we go, I forgot to show you a couple more things. If I can get myself up. Ooh, if I can get myself up. We got us some new calendars. The Macmillan publication, Santa Fe calendar, and several others are out. We got us a Santa Fe and a UP. And like I said, there's CSX, Norfolk Southern. I think there's a regular UP, I believe, BNSF, and yeah, CSX. Oh, I forgot to mention Denver Rio Grande. And I think these calendars are still available. These are 2025 calendars. 2025. And then we got this. This thing came all together. That was pretty cool. This is a Kato. It's going to attach to my turntable, the roundhouse, and we can put some of the engines inside of it. Thought that was pretty cool when we got the 2 engines that we got. And so guys, on that, we'll let you go, and you have a good one. And hope you're having a great weekend. See you on the next video.